easy path with people that you're working with, people on your team, people that you're leading. The easy path when you hit a conflict where it's just not working is to just be like, hey, this isn't working out, peace out. And to just cut them off and just move on. I think the challenge with that is that every time you take that course of action, it gets easier and easier the next time, right? So as a leader, you have to ask yourself, 10, 15 years from now, do I want to be the guy, do I want to be the leader that sees no potential in anybody because I've already dismissed them before I even hired them, truthfully, right? I've met those people. They have no hope in anyone or anything, and they're miserable, right? Now, that being said, I mean, I have definitely had my share of people, screw me over the course of my life. So there is no way to get out of that. But what I've found is if I'm thinking long term, then I have the tough conversation with the person with the goal of trying to make this thing work. If we can't find a way to make it work in the short run, we may have to part ways. Mm-hmm. But when we part ways, what I want to keep in my head is this is a small town and this is a small world. And it's spooky how people come back around into our life. 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, 40 years. So in other words, it may not work now, but I want to keep the door open for some other collaboration down the road, right? Sure. Whereas if I just cut it off now, it's done forever. Well, at some point, you cut enough people off, you cut enough people out, you start to sabotage your own success in every single area of your life, So I just, I always try and approach people like that. And then I would also say that's kind of married to this is the idea of scarcity versus abundance, meaning a lot of times the reason why things aren't working out in the short run is truthfully because they do need to go do their own thing. And there can be this fear that shows up in a leader's heart of saying, well, if they leave and go do their thing, is that going to negatively impact me? And that's scarcity thinking versus the idea that there is more than enough to go around. All of us can win and be successful together. The best thing for you is that the people in your world right now are more successful. The best thing for me is that you guys are more successful, not less.